Chaotic Sorceress, ZTC.
Greetings, duelists! Chaotic Sorceress, ZTC here, and welcome to yet another Telefon FTK. This FTK is indeed TCG legal. It is, last I checked, a 95% consistency uninterrupted, and, well, it goes about the Ohm FTK and the Baseball Kid FTK, both roughly at the same time. It can switch between either, honestly. If you want to do it in the TCG, I guess you can add in, Checker and, Convex Knight, yes. Those are the two cards you can add in. Just add in 3 of each of them. I assure you it will bring up the consistency better. Just by adding more of it and not reducing the amount of them for the deck size. And probably getting rid of Gadget Hauler. Anyways, let's just be real quick with the basic card by card, because we've all basically seen these over and over. 3 Telefon, 3 Naganaki, 1 Ultimate Baseball Kid, 3 Gadget Gamer, 1 Shadow Priestess of Ohm, 3 Gizmek Arakami, 1 RBGA 10 Cutter, 3 Awakening of the Possessed, Nefarious or Archfiend, 3 RB Valken Rocket, 1 Gadget Hauler, 1 Foolish Burial, 3 Machine Duplication, 1 1-for-1, 3 Small World, 3 Morphtronic Converter, 2 Dimension Dice, 1 Layer of Darkness, 3 Dice Dungeon, 1 RB Funk Dock, and for the extra deck, the thing that changes every now and again, we've got Invoked Magistus Omega, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Horse Prince, Muddy Mud Dragon, Tri-Edge Master, Ancient Fairy Dragon, Maple Maiden, Link Karibo, 3 Relinquished Animas, and 1 Clockwork Knight, 1 Baba Barber, RB Vulcan Booster, RB the Brute Blues, Above a Q, the Lightless Shadow. Now, I'd get into the basis of the combo, but we'll get into that in the practice duel. I guess what I can do here is just, I don't know, go through a couple of the ways you can get to Telefon. We've got the starters, Telefon, Naganaki, Gadget Gamer. Arakami can be a pretty good extender if you've got either a Gizmek Naganaki or Gadget Gamer on field. And you link those away into Clockwork Knight. And then Clockwork Knight send Arakami to bring back either Naganaki or Gadget Gamer. Or in a pinch, one of the RBs. Technically, you can just use Gizmek Naganaki's ability to also do its nonsense from the graveyard, because it has to target something in the graveyard to... Or from the graveyard. It has to be in the graveyard to target something. That's a bit... I'm blabbering. But yeah. That's one of the fun ways. If it's an RB into Arakami, then it's pretty useful, because then you could Morphtronic Converter or Dice Dungeon, and then full combo without even normal summoning, which is pretty fun. Yeah. Anyways, let's just get straight into the practice duel. Let's go. Alright, and here we are with the practice duel. Let's see this. Our opponent decides to go second. We draw a hand of Gadget Hauler, Foolish Burial, Machine Duplication, Small World, and Dice Dungeon. This is partially why in the TCG version we want to get rid of it, because Checker usually does its job better because it's related to Gadget Gamer summoning it for any Telefons in hand. Anyways, we're gonna activate Dice Dungeon to add Dimension Dice. We're going to Small World away that Gadget Hauler into Arakami into grabbing Telefon, banishing both of those. So now we have a Telefon in hand and 3 ways to extend from that. We're going to Foolish Burial. We've been baiting, like, the reason Dice Dungeon was first to, it was to bait and Nash. There wasn't any. This is to bait anything else that they may have, but they don't, so yeah. At least usually when we summon one, but I guess not in this case, because, right, I already had a Telefon in Graveyard. Yeah. Anyways, we're going to link up into Link Karibo. And then we're going to go Telefon for Telefon. Link Karibo and Telefon away for Baba Barber. Now, the reason we have Baba Barber here is to turn on Link Karibo, so just in case we get impermed or effect veilered, we can escape it. And later on to go into a Boa queue to bring back a level 6 from the graveyard, so that we can go into our next level 6, whether it be Ancient Fairy or Maple Maiden, depending on what happens in certain events. Alright, we're going to go back to summoning Telefons, going into Clockwork Knight. Or, no, Relinquish Anima. My apologies. We always have to go into Relinquished Anima first, because we need to get into Awakening of the Possessed, Nefarious or Archfiend, and we can't really do that when, our Link Zone is blocked off by the RBs, which are going to be coming soon enough. Yeah, we link into Clockwork Knight, then we link off into the first RB. We're going to add the RB field spell here. Now, this could get negated, and we'd be perfectly fine. Since not only do we already have a field spell, yeah, we're going to activate that, grab another card. Not only do we have another field spell, but even if we got ashed the first time, we've got RB the Brute Blues, which has the ability to, let me pause that real quick. During your main phase, you can add 1 RB card from your deck to your hand. So, if the first RB doesn't get it, because we got Ash Blossomed, RB the Brute Blues can grab it, so that later on, when we need it, we can use it. And next up, we're going to synchro away the Archfiend and Telefon for Muddy Mud Dragon. Muddy Mud Dragon effect, we're getting rid of the RB card to synchro away into Invoked Magistus Omega. Pretty fun card, gonna be honest. This also allows us to activate RB Funk Dock because an RB left the field because of a card effect, allowing us to bring out RB Valken Rocket as another level 5, so we don't have to go into Anima again if we don't want to, and we're allowed to. If we're allowed to. We're going to link off into the next Relinquished Anima, just to get that out of the way, so that once everything becomes dark, we don't have to worry about not having an Earth monster on the field. Alright, Telefon into Telefon. Telefon, Archfiend for Tri-Edge Master. Because Tri-Edge Master was summoned with a level 1 and 5, it can pop 1, invoke Magistus. Summon a level 4 or lower, or is it just a level 4? Yeah, 1 level 4 spellcaster from your deck. Such as Shadow Priestess of Ohm, which contribute 1 face-up dark monster you control to inflict 800 damage to your opponent. We're going to bring back a Telefon, synchro away, Tri-Edge Master, and Telefon for Ancient Fairy Dragon to pop the field spell. We could also be special summoning one of our monsters for the combo, either Ultimate Baseball Kid or Ohm, in the case that we drew one, because during your main phase you can special summon one level 4 or lower monster from your hand. So, yeah. Anyways, we add Layer of Darkness. This turns everything into a dark. And now we're golden. We can now start our combo by, yeah, Telefon loop. I'm gonna speed this up real quick. Telefon, Shadow Priestess, yada yada yada. It just keeps going. But once we get to, what, about halfway, right? Halfway, and now is roughly the time that we link away everything for, specifically the Baba Barber, the Ancient Fairy Dragon, and a Telefon for a Boa Q, in order to activate its effect, to banish itself by discarding a card to bring back Tri-Edge Master. It could be Muddy Mud Dragon if you want, but synchro those two away for Maple Maiden, which actually overrides the effect of Layer of Darkness, so that everything is fire now. Whichever one is activated first can be overridden by whichever is activated second. Link away the RB and, or synchroing away the RB and Telefon for Horse Prince. Horse Prince effect, bring out Ultimate Baseball Kid to start the combo over again. Yada yada yada, you know how this works. We just keep summoning and sending. And then, once we get down to about, like, 1,000, we send our Maple Maiden, everything turns back to dark, and then we can, simply put, Shadow Priestess of Ohm, boom. Yeah. It's a bit complicated. It was even hard for me to explain it, but yeah. I believe I did a good enough job of explaining how that works. But yeah. Into the conclusion about this deck, I guess. Alright, now the wrap-up / conclusion / whatever you want to call it. So, this deck's pretty solid. It fails to like a Nibiru, though, most of the time. But the chances of drawing a God Hand, I think, if I recall correctly, which is like a starter and like 4 ways into another Telefon. Yeah, that's... if I recall correctly, it's like at least a 10% chance of it happening. So I wouldn't say it's too bad. But, well, it's not perfect. It folds to a Nibiru placed correctly. And, yeah. But, like, against 2 Imperms, might survive if someone's a bit trigger happy. If someone has, like, an Ash and an Imperm, you might be pretty good if they're trigger happy. A trigger happy Ash Nibiru, yeah, you'll be smooth sailing. And not to mention the people who keep trying to Ghost Ogre you. Oh my god, the amount of times people have Ghost Ogre to Telefon only for it to come back. I swear. Anyways, that is all. See you next time. And adios.